Hi, today I'm in Diepsloot, a township community in Johannesburg in South Africa. And I'm about to touch base with Boomba.mobi, one of WasteAid's Circular Economy Network's Zero Waste Cities Challenge winners. They've been advocating responsible waste management in the community for years. And through this opportunity of scale up, we're quite excited to track what they're busy with, how they enable the community, and what the future looks like.
BoombaDotMobi, the core function of it is that we generally started as a waste management business platform that connects waste generators with waste collectors and facilitate the process of waste being responsibly disposed of. We have, however, now moved on to a second stage, which then enables us to collect the waste, some of the waste that we can, and then process it into compost.
And adding on top of that, we're able to go into the community and actually collect the waste to our non-paying customers, because Diepsloot community members cannot afford to pay for the services that we offer to affluent areas. So this is where commercially means social, and that, I think, for BoombaDotMobi is the cream of the, but it's the cherry on top.
It is very important to keep a balance, especially from a commercial space and the social space, because without us being able to make money and generate revenue, we are unable to actually come to Diepsloot and help the community through processing their waste and making it a compost so that they can benefit as well. Through this year, and with the help of WasteAid's and Huhtamaki, we actually realized that this is now possible.
The mentorship for me, what stood out was how to perfect your pitch deck. You know, how to tailor make your pitch deck, but also to know who your audience is, because if you don't know who your audience, you don't know, you might not as well not pitch at all. I mean, it was the first, the biggest funding ever received, in the organization. So yeah, and then I called my colleague,
and he just told me that we won 175 grand, and we're going to be able to just buy a truck. One thing that we actually had dreamed of buying for 4 years now.
It is the one asset that moves both our operations and our marketing and holistically the whole business, because everything is centered almost around the logistics. If we don't bring the waste into the composting side, we don't have compost. And then if we outsource that, it means we still, from the commercially part of it, we are making less.
So in 6 months' time, we want to increase our operations. So currently we have 2 sets of structures that we call bins, that we put organic waste in and we turn it, and of course it eventually becomes compost. So we want to have 4 more sets of those to help us get a larger output. And then we also want to increase the capacity of the worm farm and make it even bigger. We are getting help, as I said, from a person whom we are collaborating with. They're already in the waste, in the worm business, so they're going to help us to get it started and running, the large scale one. And we are also looking forward to getting that shredder. We are looking forward to getting it at the cost that it's at, but through the funds that we generate, because now we own the truck, we are able to then save up and get it. So that's what we're looking for. We're also looking forward to at least employing 4 people permanently, mainly because here on site, and we don't always work here on site. We have sites, on-site work and collecting in customers. So we need 2 people to work with composting, and then 2 people working with the truck collecting the waste. So yeah, that's what we look forward to doing.
Having accessed these funds from WasteAid's and Huhtamaki and through the Zero Waste City Challenge, it meant a lot of acquiring the much needed asset like the truck for us, as Boomba. And I think more than that, it exemplifies and it speaks to other private organizations. It's just a matter of connecting the dots. You need the funding, you've got something going, we have the funds, we cannot get to Diepsloot, but they are addressing an issue that is let's call it a worldwide issue. So when that something of that nature happens, it means now everybody is pulling together, without even them realizing so.
Just by getting these funds, the vision, it's almost as if everything is going to come here tomorrow, because now they have helped us to have that vigor, that energy to say, yes, if I can get here, I can go to the next step and to the next step. So it brings hope, it brings that energy back. Because you can imagine for 4 years you are doing the same thing and you don't see an improvement, and then all of a sudden it's like, even though the margin was increasing, but you were not getting much of it. Now all of a sudden everything that you've worked for that 4 years, you are able to get, and then you are able to invest in a community that can actually solve a problem that is a worldwide problem. So I'm really glad that we got the funding, and that there is such a thing as private enterprises injecting funds into startups.